So I didn't even think of the scent aspect of staging like that, It's like I didn't think about that. But if you walk into certain hotels,
It's
when we
everything.
do the event at the Virgin,
Virgin,
you walk into the Virgin and they have a scent.
Mm-hmm.
You walk into certain Marriotts and they have the Marriott scent.
Oh, yeah.
It's a thing.
I don't know what builder it is, but there's a builder that has his own scent. And you walk, it might be Toll Brothers, but you walk in and every one of their model homes, when you walk in, they all smell the same. And they designed it. They have a trademark.
Yep.
It's in every one, and it's
Absolutely.
amazing. And every time you walk in, you're like,
and it
you know
just
exactly
puts
where
you
you
in a
are.
great
It feels
mood.
like home. You're like, I want this to be my home.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to
Or
walk
I'm
in
on
and
vacation.
smell this.
It puts you in like a certain headspace where you're just like, oh, nice.
But that's
you know?
tapping into that emotion,
Yes.
and that's
it's the target.
and
We
that's
don't want to be the arrow.
And some things, it's like a lot of people don't think about that. They don't think about the emotion of it.
Yeah.
Or they get tied up in their emotions and not thinking about the buyer's emotion or whatever. And I think that, again, real estate's done on emotion. And so tapping into that's huge. I didn't ever think of scents.
Yeah, and it's like all the little details. Like for me, design is all the little details, of course, Like for the Virgin, Bill, I've had conversations with Bill, and it took them, I think, 3 years, he told me, to get the design, just the design.
Is Bill designing those
No.
buildings? I was about to say, because that man can't dress, let alone design a building. I mean,
No, he didn't design it, but obviously he's incorporated into the whole
Decision-making process.
Decision-making,
I'm only
yes.
kidding, Bill. Don't crush my life. Please
He's gonna
don't
come
crush
after you.
I make fun of his boots sometimes. but-
And he said that the design budget was like ridiculous for it. I think it was like 10.3 million
That's
for
insane.
it, and it started out as the usual modern glass Dallas, and then he was like, no, you know what, I want a lace feeling. I want something white. I want something porous. I want something different. And 3 years, but I think it's it is for sure one of the hottest, if not the hottest, hotel
You're
in
talking
Dallas.
about the Virgin, right?
Yeah.
The Virgin,
So
yes.
if you drive up and down 35, you see that. Now I see you just telling me that story. If you someone put up a picture of the Virgin Hotel, like it's literally that facade that they layered in. It literally is lace.
You can't miss it.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
And then that's the Virgin.
Yeah.
And it's the white with the red sign, and you're like, that's where it is.
Yes.
Oh, right. And it's crazy. It definitely stands out. So
And for the first year and a half of them doing that whole design concept, it was not like that. And then he was like, you know what, this isn't like different enough.
yeah.
And that's marketing, that's branding, that's design, and it just like incorporates everything really beautifully,
So Lucy and I, my wife, right, we do staycations, right? We'll just randomly weekend get a babysitter, and we'll just rent a hotel, go out to dinner, and just stay in Dallas. And the Virgin is our literally bar none our favorite hotel, just because it's such a higher level. Like it's
The
sexy.
showers.
The shower.
Yes.
I'm not joking. I wanted to, the last event, I was like, we're not getting a room? Like, I was upset because I just wanted to go and sit in that shower for
Right.
hours.
Whatever it is about that pressurized water that comes out of
They have a
that
hydrofoil
rain
tank,
head,
and yep.
Amazing.
it's the water pressure is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
It's So, but that's another thing. Talking about showers, right? You'll see rain heads used sometimes in flips, and then they put them like so close to the wall.
Yeah.
And there's literally a house that I was competing with as a comp, and I was like, I went in there and I'm like touching the wall, and I'm like, I can't get under the,
Yeah,
And so
you're
there's
like-
a lot of that when I'm doing my walkthrough designs with the guys, and I'm like, okay, no, put this.
Like, just actually think about the like
Functionality.
somebody living
Yeah.
in here and
Yep.
getting in this shower and actually doing it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, I mean, I get it. Projects are long. You start getting frustrated. There was this and that, and 10K over what you thought, and you're just,
Only 10?
yeah, I know, right?
Something people never think about is light switches, right? When we design our houses, it's all about functionality. I want the buyer to be able to walk in and see how they're going to wake up and look out the window and picture their morning, right?
Yeah.
How they're going to get their coffee. We care about where they're going to put their microwave and make their breakfast or something like that.
Yes.
These are conversations we have. Light switch is another one, right? If I'm walking into a room and the light switch is here, if I go to the bedroom, how am I turning it off? Oh, I need a three-way. And it's something that we spend a lot of not a lot of energy on, but thought goes into that people don't. Showers is another one where we'll go and we stand in the shower. I'm like, yo, we need another rain head. I'm sorry. Like, my butt cheeks are going to get cold if I'm in the shower, and I'm being serious. Like, it's not functionally
worth
proper.
It.
Yeah.
Well, and you're doing it, and I'm spending the money. The walls are open. It's already
Might
done.
as well do it.
Just do it, and then what I'm finding. Yeah, what I'm finding is that the buyers are seeing when we're going to market, the buyers are seeing the difference in our product.
Oh, absolutely.
The last one before Hollywood, the buyer wrote me an email. I guess her agent gave her my email address, and she wrote me a thank you letter for and the way she worded it, I'm not gloating. She literally was like, "Thank you for letting me have one of your creations."
Oh my
and
God,
I was like,
so,
I hate it. Yes. I hate it.
So
I hate it because I'm sitting there. I'm like, don't read
Big
that
head.
shit. No,
yeah.
we're not
but,
doing this.
But it just reaffirms, reassures me that the thought process that we are doing is working.
Yes.
And I think as long as we keep doing that, I'm happy, and I'll live to fight another day. I didn't always get to do it this way.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time, and the market hasn't always been the market that it is today.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was doing this where houses sat on the market for 360 days. It was a beating.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to have the passion, right? You had to do it on the budget. You had to do it as cheap as possible. And
you had to have that hold cost present. Yeah.
Which is a whole nother avenue of the business, right?
Yeah.
So look, we're spending the money, whether it's on the holding cost or it's on the rehab, we're spending the money.
Yeah.
You just have to accept that, come to terms with it, and then execute the best possible way. And so yes, I go a little bit further, and
it doesn't take much though. When we're talking about, let's just say, Hollywood shower, right? That master shower, it's like a work of art, right? You walk in, there was nothing. That's regular tile. That's cheap tile. The cost difference from putting a regular standard shower head in there was, let's just say, $120 for a shower head. I think we spent $250 on that. So you're talking about $100 and something odd bucks. Right. You spent different, but it has such an impact. It has the Hollywood one has the 6 nozzles, right?
Yeah, the 6 body jets.
That was during our freeze, right? COVID freeze that happened a couple months ago. We couldn't get it. We had to wait and wait and wait and wait. And we were going to settle. We were going to just go and put it. And I said, no, we're not in a rush for it. We got other work to get done. Wait for the shipping because it's worth it. It's worth the money. And you're only talking about $100.
Yeah.
But it knocks it out of the park.
It does.
So I'm not talking about on our, 150 ARV South Dallas ones. I'm not talking about going to put jets and nozzles in and all the bells and whistles.
That's a good idea.
But there's ways to spend $100 and get something that pops, and you're going to get desire over it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think following my historical trend of where I'm headed and what deals we're doing, I try to just stay ahead of the curve a little bit. I spend way too much time looking at houses and cars, but houses, and I literally have a folder on my phone of just inspiration for almost every house. And I'm like, oh, let me take that and put it in this one. I haven't done glass cabinets, and in Hollywood we were able to put the glass cabinets at the top.
Yeah. Yes.
I think on the Lipscomb project I'm gonna put on one of the walls there's kind of gonna be a curio, like a hutch, built-in hutch.
Yes.
And I'm gonna make those glass.
See, you're so trendy.
So
you really are.
Thank you.
Because that is very trendy right now.
And our cost isn't, when we say that, right? All that is our cabinet guy that's already doing the custom. That might cost us $200-$300, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the glass is going to be a little extra, but the cost, you're not talking about thousands of dollars to build a curio. And it's gonna make a
Yeah,
pop.
and it's
People are gonna be like, "Wow, it's not shaker."
well, and yes,
Great.
and
So
we're doing
we're talking
smooth.
about doing this
yeah,
smooth
we're doing
Groundbreaking.
we're doing a smooth front
They're
recessed flush cabinet. Like
Yes.
if you were to go circa 1880, 1920, they didn't have shaker cabinets,
Yeah.
right? Like that wasn't their thing. So I don't want to do a period piece house and and like bring mid-century modern stuff into it, right? That doesn't work.
Yes.
We've,
And I was gonna ask, like in that vintage house, are you gonna go more mid-century modern? So you don't want to.
No,
do that.
we're gonna go
Good.
circa again late 1800s. Not farmhouse though. Like there's a lot of people that are like, oh, just because you're doing an 1800s house, you go farmhouse. You don't have to do that.
No.
So we're gonna go with they had the
Seamless.
Yeah, so very seamless lines. Whereas I do a lot of
Texture.
basically-
We're doing light texture.
Yeah, we're there. That's a perfect example. Yesterday, I sent a message to the texture guy that he's to do. I don't want to pay for flat texture because it's like the most expensive texture
Yeah.
to do because it has to be flawless. So I'm going to do the lightest possible texture.
Okay.
Like
a level 4?
Walls. Yeah,
Level
yeah,
4,
on the
3.
walls. If it with maybe an eggshell type of feel. Because they didn't have orange peel or knockdown in 1880.
Yeah.
All the houses were basically smooth. So I don't, it's little things that
Incorporating the old
yeah,
with the new.
yeah,
Yeah.